In the small, forgotten town of Hollowbrook, nestled deep within the shadowy woods, a sinister secret festered. It was whispered among the townsfolk that the ghost of a notorious serial killer, Victor Mortis, still roamed these woods, seeking his next victim. No one dared to venture into the forest after sundown for fear of becoming his prey. Legend had it that Victor Mortis was a brilliant surgeon in the late 1800s, known for his unparalleled skill with a scalpel. However, his obsession with the human body took a dark turn. He began to perform gruesome experiments on living patients, attempting to unlock the secrets of immortality. When his horrific deeds were uncovered, he fled into the woods, disappearing without a trace. Or so they thought. Lena, a young journalist with a penchant for uncovering the truth, arrived in Hollowbrook with an insatiable curiosity. She'd heard the legends of Victor Mortis and was determined to dig deeper. Her research led her to the dusty archives of the local library, where she unearthed diaries and newspaper clippings detailing the doctor's dark descent into madness. As the days turned into weeks, Lena's obsession with Victor Mortis grew. She embarked on treacherous hikes into the woods, searching for any trace of the infamous surgeon. Armed with her camera and fierce determination, she wandered deeper into the forest than anyone had dared in generations. One moonless night, while Lena was deep in the woods, her flashlight flickered and died. Panic gripped her as darkness enveloped her. She heard a rustling in the bushes nearby, and her heart raced. Then, a voice, barely above a whisper, spoke from the shadows. "Looking for me, my dear?" Lena's blood turned to ice as she recognized the voice from her research. It was Victor Mortis. He stepped out of the darkness, his gaunt face illuminated by the feeble moonlight that filtered through the trees. His eyes were like twin orbs of malevolence, fixed on Lena. She stumbled backward, her fear threatening to paralyze her. Victor Mortis advanced slowly, his movements deliberate and unsettling. He wore a tattered doctor's coat, stained with the blood of countless victims. "Your curiosity has brought you here, my dear," he hissed. "And now you shall become a part of my eternal experiment." Lena turned and ran, branches scraping her arms as she sprinted through the thick underbrush. But Victor Mortis was relentless, and he pursued her with a chilling determination. Every time she looked back, he was closer, his twisted grin widening with each step. Desperation pushed Lena to the limits of her endurance, and she stumbled upon a decrepit, long-forgotten cabin in a clearing. With her last reserves of strength, she forced the door open and slammed it shut behind her. Panting and trembling, she scanned the room for a means of escape. Inside the cabin, Lena discovered a gruesome tableau. Tables lined with surgical instruments, jars filled with preserved organs, and yellowing medical textbooks surrounded her. It was Victor Mortis's secret laboratory, hidden away for over a century. As she explored the eerie room, Lena found a hidden trapdoor in the corner. With trembling hands, she lifted it, revealing a staircase leading down into darkness. It was her only hope for escape. Descending into the cold, damp cellar, Lena heard Victor Mortis pounding on the cabin door above, his manic laughter echoing through the wooden floor. She knew she couldn't stay there, so she ventured deeper into the underground labyrinth. The cellar seemed to stretch on endlessly, its walls adorned with unsettling paintings and arcane symbols. Lena's flashlight revealed more horrors at every turn, from preserved human limbs to bizarre contraptions of torture. The air grew thick with the stench of decay. Suddenly, Lena stumbled upon a chamber that sent shivers down her spine. In the center of the room, there was an operating table, and on it lay a lifeless body, covered with a blood-stained sheet. It was a recent victim of Victor Mortis. Lena approached the table, her heart pounding in her chest. With trembling hands, she lifted the sheet, revealing the face of the victim. It was her own, lifeless and pale, with a terrified expression frozen in death. A blood-curdling scream escaped Lena's lips as she realized the horrifying truth. She had become the latest addition to Victor Mortis's macabre collection. The serial killer's experiments in pursuit of immortality had taken a gruesome turn, and Lena had unwittingly become a part of his twisted legacy. Back above, Victor Mortis continued to pound on the cabin door, taunting Lena with promises of eternal suffering. In the darkness of the cellar, Lena's voice joined the chorus of agonized screams that echoed through the haunted woods of Hollowbrook. And so, Victor Mortis eternalized fear among truth-seekers, keeping Hollowbrook in perpetual darkness, where he tormented victims in his quest for immortality.